Hello and welcome to the first episode of Source Stories. My name is Cindy and I'm here with my wonderful mother. Her name is?
My name is Hildegard.
And today we are going to talk about the topic of life being a mirror. Are you ready?
What is the mirror? Physical mirror. We all know what the physical mirror is and know that it has no reflection unless something appears in front of it. On its own, there is no picture and no nothing. And it is the same as the 3D mirror of life. A mirror of life, like a physical mirror, when you go to the mirror, you appear within it. And so it is with physical life, is where you go, there you appear. But we do not consciously know that, or we do not consciously realize that, because we've been living in this version of a 3D as source and from source. And as source, we've been being source, we projected ourselves into this 3D reality, small r, for the source experience. And it can be seen as source playing hide and seek with itself. Hides itself within the 3D, in the sleeping state, inverted commas, to seek itself in the awakening as well. So like I said, the mirror of life, this is some of the clues on this journey of life, this version of the 3D of reflection. First projection from source, the whole of ourselves, and then the reflection in the mirror. And as I said, to be really pondered upon, the mirror is empty when there's nothing and no one in front of it. And then someone and something appears and then it reflects, being the 3D reflection of life. And there's much, much more to be said.
And how does it reflect onto life?
Okay. What I mean by that is, we first will start with what we do know. Without a mirror, nobody would know what their faces look like. Then, in that aspect, whoever you see, you think that is your face, because you don't even know your own face. The mirror is there to reflect to us the appearance of what is in front of it, what stands in front of it. And without any appearance, the mirror is blank. And so it is with the 3D world experiences as well. You as source, the whole of you, knowing that, consciously or unconsciously, without your assistance or anything, you are the mirror of life, meaning you carrying 99.999% unseen spirit energy within you, around you. It's the real you, has no form to it, and you in the projected 3D form as source and from source reflects who and what you say you are, and that will reflect back to you as a mirror. So source is just vibrational, energetic, and frequency has no form, as we know, understanding of this higher consciousness. Source is just vibrational, frequency, and energy. And because it has no shape and form, it projects itself into a 3D holographic world called Earth, to have the Earth human experience. So every human being thinking we are something is actually an experience of source. And that experience of source is and has all the qualities of source within it, to choose in any moment what it would like to be. And consciously knowing that, we choose and that appears. It's almost like it's a magical, energetic love frequency that source is, that reflects back to us whatever and whoever we say we are.
So since everything is energy and everything vibrates at a certain frequency, and once it vibrates, when the wavelength is more shallow and it doesn't vibrate as quickly, basically, things appear denser. But everything starts in imagination, because imagination creates knowledge. I think, isn't that Albert Einstein who said that? I think he did. And so everything that we are perceiving as such to be tangible within our 3D reality is something that first was created in our imagination. And since life, basically the topic of the podcast, life being a mirror, the way that we perceive life is the frequency that we occupy within ourselves. So if I have a frequency of joy within me, then everything in life reflects that back to me because I choose to see life through that lens, so to speak. But again, would you say that it is simply a choice? Or do you feel like we are subject to our subconscious dispositions and are just basically victims to our circumstances in a certain way? What is your perspective about that?
Everything is energy. Even you and even the mirror is an energetic frequency, vibrational state. So there is no mirror really. The mirror is just a guideline in this 3D experience to show us what it means to be source and what it means to have the power and that energetic flow within you, knowing it, and that you are the creator of your life in every now moment, and there is nothing else but now. And everything that we see in a physical form only appears physical. The appearance is there only because of our senses. Had we had no senses, we would be vibrational, energetic beings only, one with the whole of ourselves.
Okay, what would you say the senses are here for? Why do we have the 5 senses?
The senses are here for the translation of the dualistic 3D experience.
Give an example.
Yeah, source itself, the whole of ourselves is just energetic, pure love vibration. And it knows itself as itself. Say, look, I know myself as myself, one whole, everything, oneness, whatever. I would like to create something else. And then it creates itself, projects itself into every unit conscious, every point of consciousness that's on this 3D holographic movement. It creates that to have that experience. So it created a 3-dimensional, dualistic, holographic earth. I come from that in this understanding, that source, and it makes, for me, it's very simple. Everybody knows what one is. There's nothing more than one, and that is our source. It's just one solo, singular being itself, and that's only one. And that one says, I would like to create more experiences of myself, and then it projects this holographic 3D earth experience. So everything and all others, there is only God, like as I normally say, and there is no other. The other that we do see and call forms are actually experiences. Doesn't matter what it would be like. It's all experiences. If you're a human being, a dog, a cat, a branch, whatever, it's all experiences of source. There is no, we hear that very often, the saying, life is an illusion. It's not what it seems to be. And that makes it so clearly understood in my understanding that it's only experiences. And source being everything, it's experiencing itself in different shapes and forms and colors. There is nothing else.
So we look into the mirror, we see our own reflection. Okay, but then on a good day, we're like, oh, this looks pretty good. On a bad day, we're like, oh my God, what is happening? Let me just go outside and just go with whatever is happening here. But the thing is, nothing changed except for our perception of how we see ourselves, which is again a mental construct or something, the stories that we tell ourselves, which we inhabit based on history.
The stories that we've been telling ourselves, I always go from this point. It's one version of our source experience of ourselves, right? And this reflecting, the mirror reflecting back to us, that's actually, there is no body experiencing anything except for source, the I am. That's the only experience. The experiences of the human aspect or version of itself, it's actually the movement within source. So we think, you know what thinking does? We think we are human and we are personalized and individual entities. We are individual unit consciousness, but we are not personalized because The personalized version comes from our
Stories.
stories, yeah, that makes us so solid, and we hold on and we have this education and that. It all comes from the stories. But at the end of everything, if you look deeper into this whole source experience, there's only one experience in source, and that source experience that every human being, every unit conscious can call itself that. And that's why they say the greatest sentence or calling is I am. And by being that, everyone can call themselves I am when they refer to themselves, but they refer to themselves in a personalized aspect and not as a source of infinite being.
Okay, this is Future Cindy speaking. We forgot to do an outro. I'm not with mom anymore. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Just one last thing is that this is our personal perspective. We're not trying to teach anyone what to think or what to believe in. We hope you enjoyed the podcast. Love you all, and bye.